Do we have Marsh for this?
I don't know.
I don't remember if he said he was going to be on this week.
I don't remember. I know last week he had some shit for something for the thing.
He might be gay.
Well, that's a diagnosis.
Dr. Burns. Dr. Burns to the rescue.
Prognosis.
Yeah.
Prognosis is you suck.
I'm not saying anything you guys don't already know.
Yeah. So how long did that snow stick around for, Herm? Is it still there or is it melt?
There's little bits of traces here and there. We're supposed to get some tonight, tomorrow, all day. I'm expecting campus to close. I might have to go make an emergency run if campus doesn't close to throw some shit together real quick early in the morning. But
Yeah.
if campus doesn't close, I got 30 box lunches and doesn't matter. We're good.
Yeah.
But
you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I told Miles that I'd come down, and he's up in Springs, so if the weather's shitty, stay up there. I'll run to work, put for a half hour, and go home.
Yeah, the upper west corner of the state got about 4 inches of snow, and you would think it was the fucking coming of the next great disaster here in Connecticut.
We had a couple of inches, and it blew. It was not too bad. I just got to figure out a way to get my fucking defroster to work.
Most people turn it on.
Right, but that if the thing doesn't, if you turn it does turn on and it blows. The problem is it's only stuck in auto. I cannot make the actual defroster vents open.
So
it's like the wife. You can turn it on and it blows, but it doesn't do shit beyond that.
Yeah, so I have to. I'm working on a not my wife really, but somebody's wife, I guess.
Understood.
But,
wife, I said.
Yeah, the two vents in the middle. I'm working on basically making an air channel that out of a piece of plastic that'll blow it up towards the dashboard when I need it to. But other than that,
what vehicle is that?
The Taurus.
That was your dad's old car, right?
That was Mom's old car.
Mom's old car. Those vacuum lines and those Fords?
No, they're not vacuum lines, sir.
They're not vacuum lines?
No, sir. There's 3 boxes. Every box has a motor.
So one of the motors is probably
all 3 of the motors are shot. All 3 of the motors are done. I can't make it switch from.
All right, that makes sense.
I can't switch anything. So I just got to deal with what I can deal with. What I need is like a fan or like a trucker fan that I can.
Yeah. I know the mid 90s going forward, they still had vacuum manifolds in there.
They did.
And they would get clogged with shit.
And they had the dials, but this is all push button now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's electronic. So when tell it to go to defroster mode, it literally that you can hear the motor tick, 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 like it's not catching, you know what I mean? Or it's sat in a position and it's gunked up.
Yeah.
But the problem is to get in under there takes 3 days, and I got to remove the whole fucking underside of the dash.
Yeah, it's a pain in the balls to get into that those dashboards nowadays.
No, so as soon as I can find a mechanic that will take the car shield rate for that job.
Yeah. Probably about $500 to fix all those motors.
It's about 12.
Really?
Yeah. All 3 motors are shot.
1, 2, 4. Yeah, that sounds about right then.
Plus the labor to pull the drop
shop
the
labor.
Dash. Shop labor nowadays is is 190 to 230 an hour.
Yeah, $225 on the average here in Connecticut. Yeah, it's an all-day affair.
But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that's not right with the car, which doesn't really bother me anytime, but for about...
Are you going to die?
Well, you can't hear me dying.
I can hear you dying, dumbass. Hit the music.
Heard.
He's
doing it again.
Yeah.
And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut. It's Chris Bernes. It's Chris Lynch. This is Dysfunction Junction.
Where without Matt Marsh, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was Fat Boy Christmas. Lynch is a little less of a man than he used to be, thanks to hernia Hendry getting the old get out. We're going to talk about all that and more. Welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
Third, yeah, he had a third testicle removed.
Yes, he
I did.
You know, the worst part about that is watching him describe that thing to my dog. You know what? Stop it with the chest.
No, I got it. You should see the fucking bruise on my chest that I have no idea where it came from. There was a lump the size of a fucking baseball. I swear to God.
It's a sympathy. It's a sympathy bruise for me.
No, it's I don't know what it is, man. Let's go in, but
here we go.
See that shit?
Holy shit.
Good Christ.
It's like Jen, pop you one.
Yeah, you have a wiffle ball bat under the bed?
No, there was a fucking lump the size of a golf ball the other day when I woke up. I have no idea. Nothing hurt, nothing pulled. I could stretch, move, do anything I wanted to. Nothing. But it was a lump.
Hematoma.
And that was me, like freaking out a little. There's a lump and it's discernible through my skin right next to my fucking heart.
I was like he got punched.
Yeah, I know. Like somebody fucking jammed me with an end of a pool stick or something, you know? Like
damn.
I'm like, what
between your
that and the eye.
What happened to your eye?
Oh, when he walked into the thing at work.
Oh yeah, shit.
In the corner here in the kitchen.
I see it now.
I got a bruise. I look like somebody kicked my ass, and that's never happened.
Hey, at the hospital, do you feel safe at your house?
No, I don't.
Sometimes.
Right?
I don't feel safe anywhere.
I went into work, and they were like, what happened to your face? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. All right? She'll hit me again.
She might be listening.
She's probably listening right now.
I can't be certain, but she could be behind that door right there.
No, dude, she's fucking listening. I know it is.
She's stealthy like that.
Oh my God. Chris Berg's here. Chris Lynch dying in the bottom corner, and the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, Michael P.S. Herman, Big Herm up top. Seriously, dude, if you don't see a doctor about that cough, I'm gonna come to your house and smack shit out of you.
I cut the shit out of my head shaving it. It's been a
holy shit
fucking weekend, bro.
Would you use a fucking cheese grater?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, man.
Holiday weekend.
when you're a kid
till Sunday.
When you're a kid,
you gotta lay off all the shrooms and sex.
Jesus.
When you're a kid, you learn to shave. They give you that first razor that used to be your grandfather's. Well, he just didn't put a new blade in it, and it tore the shit out of his head.
Right.
You know how old this razor is? It's 75 years old.
Yeah.
It looks like
it still cuts the hair, the scalp, the artery, everything. Fuck, dude, you are. The last week has not been kind to you.
No. But it's been a little bit more kinder to me.
I was going to
Yes,
say
it has.
it was nicer to Lynch's balls than it was to me.
No, before he tells the story about describing this procedure to my 17-year-old daughter and her friend.
That's sexy.
The hernia is gone. Congratulations, Lynch. You are hernia free.
I am.
I feel like one more good cough, and
Yeah, no shit,
dude. So there's a lot of ground to cover here.
There's a lot going on.
There's a whole lot going on. So Thursday night, Chris, Emma, and Peyton, without her name, Peyton, Emma's friend Peyton, stopped by the house after dinner.
Peyton Manning.
Around, yeah, I like Peyton Manning. Around 5:30, shooting the shit for a little while. My mom and her boyfriend and my wife were in the other room chit-chatting. We're in the kitchen having a conversation, and Emma's kind of curious about what's going to happen with me. So I'm describing the hernia to her. And the only way I can physically describe it is what I thought it looked like when I first saw it. There was a third nut in the middle of my, to the right of my right nutsack. There was a third nut there just sticking out.
There was half a
sack.
There's like a starter nub penis growing.
Yeah.
Right there. It's not fully formed yet, but it's like it's a fetal dick.
And I can tell by the way Emma's looking at me, she wants to laugh, but she's also like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right? I'm not supposed to know what you're talking about.
Well, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, she's 17 years old, dipshit. I mean, God forbid she does know what nuts look like. I'm just going to throw it out there.
She's got to have gone through some health class and know what a set of testicles kind of maybe is supposed to look like.
One way, shape, form, or fashion, she has seen a set of balls.
That wasn't my concern. Right. She's listening. He's describing, and he will say something, and all I want to do is make a joke, and I don't want to because the procedure's the next day. I just want to make joke after joke after joke because he's leaving the door open. He's like, it's the 93-mile-an-hour fastball right across the center of the plate.
Right down the middle.
I got the big part of the bat right here.
Can I have it back, please?
What?
Can I have it back, please?
What do you want?
Mr. Bernes is going to have to give me his card back. He's not allowed to carry his card anymore. He held back.
I was in mixed company.
You can have my pipe. You can have my pipe. It's compromise.
Making your host's mother lose her shit is 10 points. Ding, 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 ding. Bingo winner.
Boyfriend and my daughter's friend. There were so many inappropriate jokes. It was not. And plus, it's Thanksgiving. I was kind of letting.
Hold on, I got to write this shit down.
I thought about it. But if I whipped out a pen, he would have got mad.
I would have laughed. But yeah, and her and her friend are just like, really, I really didn't need to hear that.
Yeah, you did.
But at the end, they said, you
asked a question, you got to answer.
Well, I wanted to be accurate. And I wanted to.
You didn't want to be vulgar. You wanted to be right. I get it. I completely.
I wanted to be me, but in a less me way.
That's a good way to describe it.
So
polite Lynch.
Yeah, if there is such a thing.
Socially graceful Lynch.
So I'm describing it to her, and yada yada yada. We shake hands, kiss baby, say goodnight, and then the next morning, got to be there at 7:30. Thankfully, it's right down the street, and back is 10, 15 minutes away. We're there promptly at 20 after. Get in, sit down, get into my nice little private private bedding area with my own little stretcher, and I actually have a shitter, right?
And a large black man came in and said, "Lift your pants."
It was the highlight of his day.
Lift your skirt, buddy.
The highlight of my day is because there was a shitter actually in my room. I could get up and take a shit if I wanted to, which I did. Thankfully, before this rather large-looking man says, "Okay, you're changed into your Johnny."
It's like me coming in with a pair of clippers and be like, "Hey,
pretty much.
I come
pretty
on,"
much.
and you're like, "Fuck."
Listen, let's get this shit done, huh?
This is when the prison shit happens.
And my wife's sitting in this chair, and she's just smiling. I'm like, "Stop fucking smiling. It's not funny."
It is
this
funny.
big white man is shaving my balls area,
my wife
not like all of my balls. So I have this smile. I have this smile shaved in the bottom part of my belly all the way across. It was like a chin cheek over here, and my balls where the hernia
that's
actually
nice.
is.
You put a little effort into the job.
Yeah,
That's nice. A little stylish. That's nice.
He gave me a frown, like,
Black
something to remember.
T-shirt, Billie Eilish. What?
So then, of course, they come in with all the preliminary bullshit, pump me full of this drug, that drug, shoot me up in your IV, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you some of this, boom. And I'm like, when the fuck are we going in there? And I'll remind you, I got there at 7:30. I've been sitting in this bed since about 8 o'clock.
Right. Your balls have been in the breeze now.
I'm just in a hospital Johnny, bare ass on this fucking filthy hospital bed.
By the time he got in there, his nuts had a 5 o'clock shadow.
Pretty much. I'm already itching from the hair growing back. Noontime. The fucking
no, that just means you got to keep that shit shaved. I'm just saying, shave it down, make the shit look bigger, and
Well, no, we're gonna get there in a minute.
Hopefully not the same guy.
Anesthesiologist
guy
comes in and says, "Ask me a couple questions. Have you been under general anesthesia before? Yep, a couple times. Blah blah blah. All right, here's what to expect. I'm going to come in. We're going to pump you for a little bit of a calming drug. Then once you get into the surgery suite, you're probably not going to remember anything other than being rolled in, which is pretty much what happened." And he said, "We'll put a breathing tube in then." Okay. So finally, one of the nurses that's actually going to be in the robotic surgery suite there where they did my procedure is explaining a bunch of shit to me and she's right. Then the actual doctor comes in and he signs his name where the hernia is. I'm like, I said, "Oh, an autograph? Can I keep it?"
To Lynch, best of luck.
I was going to say, best nutsack ever, Dr. Jones. Heard.
So he's signing me, and then he puts 3 X's on my belly, about that far up from my belly button.
Right. That was his signature that he marked it, and then he put in the points where the shit was. He was marking you to break you down.
I'm like, am I a fucking map all of a sudden? And my wife goes, "Remember they did that with your head too? The doctor signed the surgery site and then drew on you with Sharpie marker." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't remember that. I was so fucking whacked out on drugs then."
No, the doctor comes in to authorize it, and then whatever he authorizes, that's it.
So here I am, half a nutsack shaved, smile on my belly.
Only half?
Graffitied.
I'd have been like, "Boss, you got to finish the fucking job."
Graffitied by this nice Indian surgeon who's going to be using a robot.
Great. So your stomach is Dr. Halala Bob.
He's a really nice guy, Dr. J.
I bet he is.
He's a very nice guy. And I remember, just like the guy said, I remember getting wheeled in. I actually talked to the surgeon and the PA that I had already met through appointments. And we're shooting the shit. And next thing I know, I'm back in my room with shit hooked up to me. My wife had left right after I got wheeled away. She came home, took care of the dogs, had some lunch, came back. and that was it. I was on the road to home by 4:30, but yeah, they say same day surgery. Probably could have stayed in for the first night in the hospital.
That bad?
It's rough. So I didn't. When it comes to shit like this, I don't want to know. Just fix me. When it came to my brain surgery, it was a different story. I wanted to know everything about it because you fuck something up here, it's kind of critical. You can nip and snip for misalign something down in your gut, and you'll be all right for a little while.
Right.
They take 3 rods. With one is the camera, one is I don't know, suction or whatever, and the other is a robot arm that moves around and does the procedure. So I have 3 holes that go down, down, down. And one of the things that are said is they blow your belly up real big during the surgery so they can get through the skin.
Let the doctor use all 3 holes.
Yes, all 3 holes were filled. All holes filled.
I was going a different way, that they're going to play putt-putt on his stomach there, make it in one of the 3 holes, and you win a ticket for a free game.
So they go in.
Hello, Leon. Hello, Andrew, in the comment section. Don't leave. I got good shit coming.
Yeah, we're talking about some crazy shit. So they blow your belly up in there, blah, 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 blah. And when you get out of surgery, the first thing you want you to do is start walking right away. And I'm like, no. And now, mind you, I had this like wrap, or like it's a neoprene wrap, like a belly band with Velcro on it around.
Like when I had my back work done, yeah.
Correct. And this is just to keep a little bit of pressure on it. And my fucking top of my gut is spilling out of this thing like a goddamn corset. Because I'm so full of fucking air. I go to stand up, it's like, pfft. I go to the bathroom, I take baby steps. Okay, I guess I'm going to be farting this out for the rest of the day.
Pretty much.
So I get home, and I basically I sit on the couch for a little while. I'm like, I got to go in this. I went in the guest bedroom in the front and just lay on the bed and played Xbox for a little bit and just passed the fuck out. And that was the first one and only night I took any drugs other than ibuprofen. I took the one of the oxy they gave me, and the rest are not to be touched. I was in very, very, very severe pain all night long. And one of the after effects, which usually start happening right around yesterday, today, is bruising.
Oh, yes.
And swelling.
Yes, and you get elephantitis of the nuts.
So, thinking of things getting bigger, I noticed late last night as I'm laying in bed and playing some Xbox and watching some YouTubes, I'm like, man, this underwear is fitting kind of funny tonight. I don't get it. I wake up this morning at about 7 o'clock to take a leak. And I pull my pajama bottoms down and I look down before I even touch myself. I say, why are my balls so big?
Wait a minute. Why
are my balls bulging through my underwear?
Wait a minute. That ain't mine. This is not. That ain't mine.
It's like a pair.
You did the wrong surgery, Ma.
Like a pair of Wilson tennis balls sitting in my fucking underwear.
But hey, what the fuck did he do?
What did you authorize?
Right? What did you sign up for?
I thought you were tucking, not taking or adding anything. But yeah,
they were supposed to take the hernia away. They're not supposed to add on bigger, better, badder nuts.
They did it. They left it alone and just beefed the size of his balls up to match.
I know what happened. Time out. I know what happened. You remember earlier in the story, the white guy comes in and shaves him?
Bingo.
I think whatever his name is, Greg, we're going to call him Greg, goes out and he says, hey, Doc, look, this is the saddest little sack I've ever seen in my life. Right. It looks like he's smuggling Skittles. Can we get him some real balls?
Yo, can we get him like the Reebok pump package? Like something?
Ooh, yes.
Nice.
Honey, get ready for a good night.
What are you doing? Pumping up my balls.
That's right. It's our anniversary. Leave it alone.
Don't overinflate it again. It was a mess last time. So
you still haven't cleaned the spot off the ceiling from the last time.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Every day gets a little bit better. So if I can't sit or stand for too long. So if my camera goes black and I walk away, that's what I'm doing. Is I'm Botox balls. Yes.
Botox.
Yes.
Balls. Great.
Yes,
his
CJ.
nuts looks
Exactly
like an old actress's lips.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Melanie Griffith.
I've got the biggest balls of them all.
Lynch's balls have permanent duck face.
He's got Kardashian balls.
No, they're real. They're real balls. They're not fake.
I'm Lynch Kardashian.
But no.
Right. Well, I'm glad you're healthy, man. That's a good sign.
Out of work this week, out of work next week. I go back to the doctor on the 12th for a follow-up, and I'll probably go back to work the middle of December, like the 16th.
Well, with Christine here, she's a fan of certain things, and I'm a fan of certain things, and I'm kind of sad that we're not going to get to sing the song anymore, talking about our friend, God rest his soul. He's gone now. Hernia Hendry. There we go. You believe. At least you do now.
I believe in hernia. And hernia's gone.
Yes.
Hernia can go fuck himself. Oh, God. Yeah, so boys and girls, I don't recommend getting a hernia. It's not fun.
Yeah, I don't think that's on anybody's bucket list. Go see the tree in Times Square, visit Paris. Oh, wait, hernia surgery. Yeah, it's number 3 on everybody's list.
Yeah.
Right there next to the pyramids of Giza. Oh, hernia. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, look how...
I have absolutely no interest to go to Rockefeller Center and see that fucking tree.
Me neither.
Never. Do you know why?
Never.
Do you know why? Because it sounds like a great idea, and they buy a tree and from somebody in America, but then they bring it home, they stand it up, and then they basically Kim Kardashian, the whole Kardashian family, and Bruce Jenner the fucking tree. Okay, they start strapping branches to it that don't exist. They fucking support it. It's literally like it's like a girl at the club that you get home, and when she takes off everything, you're like, who the fuck are you? And where's the girl I fucking brought home? It's that bad. Like, the tree looks nothing like. It's literally like pictures. It truly is. Like the tree that I'm talking about. You meet in person and you're like.
Every week, Christopher. Every week. Now I'm inclined to let it go this week because you're recovering. The comment section, Christine wishes you a speedy recovery. I think we all do. But you really need to get that cough checked out. I'm serious. I'm not playing this game anymore. Or are you afraid they're going to put nuts on your neck if you go get your cough checked out? I'll have a turkey waddle underneath the beard. Blah, 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 blah. I can't cut the beard. That's where the nuts are.
Yeah.
They hide the balls on my cheek.
Right? I learned more about hernia surgery than I ever wanted to know right here on Dysfunction Junction. Thank you so much.
Just like making a Peking duck.
I'm not quite sure the correlation, but we'll get into it later.
When you make a Peking duck, you basically seal up the body cavity real tight and tie it tight, and then you take an air hose and you stick it in there and you inflate the duck.
Makes sense.
It's part of the process.
Christine, if he ever stops, Christine wants to know, every time you cough, do your balls inflate more?
No.
Damn.
That would suck. To be like this big right now.
You'd be like those guys in the educational film and Johnny Dangerously carrying their balls around.
Your testicles and you.
That's right. Oh, did you get a chance to watch the the most important football game of the year on Saturday?
I did not.
First of all, great game.
From what I hear,
Not just because Ohio State won. I think Michigan showed that their young quarterback was a tad bit overwhelmed in this game, but he deserves a lot of credit. That kid is going to be somebody. On top of that, he's a true freshman, so he's got 3 more years, knock on wood, to help that program out. I didn't have any doubts after halftime that Ohio State was going to win, and they did. Congratulations to my boys. I do want to say a good thing about 3 people. Andrew DeCarlos was in our comment section, and Tim and Tom Cressy, wherever they may be. 3 classy Michigan fans. I know those 2 words don't often go together, but they are. They're 3 classy Michigan fans, and appreciated the ball busting. Appreciate all the smack talk we did over the last couple of weeks, and now that the game is over, everybody seems to be, calming down. But who raised their heads is the usual suspects. The people who tell you not to live in the past, yet they live firmly in the fucking past. I got this thing that I wanted to run by you here. And this is a breakdown of the last 25 years of the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry. Now, of these 25 years, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 victories by Michigan. 7 out of 25. Anybody want to do the math? 18. 18 red squares. That's us right here. Yet, I'm not allowed to talk about that according to these fools. And these are some of these people are friends of mine. Not Tim, not Tom, not Andrew. I'm not allowed to live in the past. But you know what I've heard for 72 fucking hours? Oh, yeah, well, we won 4 straight. Let me get back this little picture here, shall I? I shall. Prior to those 4 games, there were 8 in a row by Ohio State. Then there was 1 by Michigan in 2011. I remember that game. It was a heartbreaker. And then there were 7 before that. All Ohio State. How am I not allowed to talk about that? But you could bring up the last 4 years. Your last victory against Ohio State was 370 days ago. That's the past. Shut the fuck up. This hat, I bought this hat 2 weeks after the national championship, which happened in January. So I'm still living in the era of champion. And when that era is over, this hat goes to a special place. It's going to sit over on a shelf or something. It's a nice remembrance of this year and that season. I'm not going to live on this forever. Nor did I do that let me look at this little koozie here, because I bought this after they won the national championship. 2014 or 2022. You live in the moment and then you shut the fuck up. That's how it goes. Herm gives me shit every now and again. I'm going to tell you why it's okay for Herm to give me shit. He's not saying, oh, you can't have a good time that your team is doing well. I mean, he gives me shit about the Broncos and the Falcons, okay? And his team won. But he doesn't pull that rabbit out of his hat every fucking minute of the day, okay? This guy is a class act. Tim and Tom, class acts. Andrew, class act. A lot of others, class acts. You know who didn't reach out after we lose Herm? You know who didn't reach out? Some of the people who told me I should just take the L over the last 4 years, which I did. Lynch, you were there for one of those games. I take the L. It's been brought to. There's Lynch. There's me again. Hi, guys. There's her.
Hi, guys. I don't know what happened. Everybody fucking fell out.
Whoever does StreamYard is a Michigan fan, obviously. When you get told for 4 years to take the L, and you do it, now it's your turn. Take the L. Shut the fuck up. Crawl back in your hole. Because it's people like you that make me hate sports. I was referencing you, Herm, before StreamYard decided they hated you. When you give me shit about Broncos Falcons, it's in good fun. When Tim or Tom or Andrew give me shit, but Ohio State, Michigan, it's in good fun. These people aren't making rules for thee and not for me. These people are being cunts. And that's what you are, cunts. If you here it is. How many people know a typical Yankee fan? You know the ones I'm talking about, right? Nothing happened unless the Yankees did it. They brag about how many rings there are and how successful they are. Well, they haven't done shit since 2009. Yes, they made the World Series 2 years ago. How'd that turn out? Los Angeles beat the shit out of them. One champion, the rest losers. Okay? I take the L. I didn't make excuses. I didn't make excuses in November when early November when William Byron out there inches from a championship blows a tire and all shit goes to hell, and a guy I don't like wins a championship. I took the L. About time people start acting like fucking grown adults and not children. Because I've had enough. Herm drops it in to make a joke, and it's funny. Every time he does it, it's fucking funny. But if you constantly live in this state of, counting your rings, Cowboy fan, if I have to hear America's team one more time, bitches, you're not even Texas's team anymore. Shut up. Just shut up. And I've said this to my fellow Yankee fans. Nobody gives a fuck about 27 rings. I want the next one. That's what I want.
I mean, I get having some a passion for something. I'm not that passionate about sports. I mean, I don't live and die by the Patriots. I don't live and die by the Red Sox. If they happen to have a good season, great. If they happen to have a shitty season, great. You know why? Because they're a New England team, and I support local teams. New York Yankees. I mean, some of my favorite players in baseball have been on that team. Don Mattingly, Thurman Munson.
God bless him.
Roger Clemens played both teams. I didn't call him a bum. I didn't call Boggs or Clemens a bum when they went from the Sox to the Yankees. I didn't care. They were a good ball player playing for a team I liked. Now there's other teams out there that I could give two shits about. I don't give a shit about the Florida Marlins. I don't care. I don't care about their dynasty or their history. I don't give a shit. But if there's players that I happen to like who play for the Marlins, I pay more attention to them. I don't defend them. I don't make excuses for when they win or lose. I don't give a shit. To me, it's entertainment.
Exactly.
To other people, it's entertainment plus. I don't have time to dedicate that kind of time to the plus. I don't have every fucking Boston Red Sox or New England Patriot or Yankee cap in the fucking world, or when they won a championship or a division or this or that, or when fucking Johnny tripped over his own tampon string running to first base. I don't have all those prizes. I don't want it. So I get being that into it. And I get you have a passion. But when that passion becomes fucking annoying to a person like me, I can imagine what it does to a person like Bernes, who has some passion for it, but isn't a perturberous prick about it consistently. I mean, if it drives me sideways, it's going to drive a guy like him sideways. Because I'm the opposite way. That I'm as passionate about not giving a shit as about these guys are about giving a shit.
Right.
I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if we want to go back in time, all these jackass cocksuckers who like to bring up 28-3. Yeah, that was the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl. I was over that in about a week. Over it. It's a game.
And what do? You don't defend your team. You tell your team, be better, do better.
Always.
You're critical of your own team. If you can't be critical of the team you support, you're just a fucking fanboy. You're just riding a coattail because everybody else happens to like the Atlanta Falcons, or it's because everybody else happens to like Detroit Lions. I liked the Detroit Lions when I was a little kid. I also liked the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. I like the Detroit Lions when I was 4 years old. I liked the fucking uniforms and the color. I didn't know a fucking thing about football at 4 years old. I just knew I liked the logo and I liked the colors and on a little piece of cardboard. I
didn't know there was options.
Well, no,
Right.
you were raised in a Bronco family.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know you could like other teams.
Well, welcome. You can. It's okay. No one's gonna hit you with a belt and lock you in a closet anymore, Herm. You're okay. You're liberated now.
That's on Thursday.
But yeah, going back to your point, if you're going to be a pink hat and just, just live in the fucking past. Michigan fan has now become typical Yankee fan, has become fucking Dallas Cowboy fan. By the way, in case anybody missed it, this January is 30 years since the Cowboys have even been to the Super Bowl, let alone won the Super Bowl. Don't give me your shit anymore, okay? I've listened to Red Sox fans, instead of championing the fact that they've won 4 championships in the last 21 years, no, they'd rather take a shit on the Yankees. Cool. Okay. Hey, you remember that choke job? Oh, you mean the one that Terry Francona in his book and Johnny Damon in his book? Yes, I've read both. Called The Greatest Comeback in Baseball History. That one? Do you remember that? I remember it as a comeback, but you need something to stand on. Instead of having doctor-inflated balls like Lynch, you have to inflate your balls some other way. You have to be a prick. Oh, choke job. Okay, choke job. Cool. Rock on.
You want to...
Sports fans like that make me not want to be a sports fan.
Well, you want to hear my perspective on my opinion on people like that?
Mm-hmm.
People like that, when they talk about sports, I don't take anything they say seriously about any other team in any other sport, because they are so narrow visioned that they only see what they see on their team. They don't see potential in other teams. Like when, let's say it's a Yankee fan, only because the Yankees play a lot of baseball during the year. Michigan, Ohio only play a few games.
One. Technically one. But if everything
throughout the entire season, the entire season, you got 17 games, is it, for college?
Yeah, about that.
17 games for college versus 163 games in baseball. I'm just saying, the Yankees are out there every day. If he's your average Yankees fan who acts like that, when they play the Sox, they don't see any threat on that other side of the team, other side of the plate at all, because they're so boastful and so proud. They know the Yankees got this. This is fucking easy. Those are the guys who don't ever say, "I'm kind of worried about the Yanks today." Those guys I have a little bit more respect for guys who goes, "Ooh, I'm really worried about that Yankees Sox game today. The fucking Sox are looking good."
Almost like a MAGA fan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're making my point for me.
I'm making my fucking point for me. Lines on behaviors.
Yeah,
you're making my point easy.
Specifically, it was the first one that popped into my head where, that some denial is a part of that thing.
Yeah, denial is real. Those are the people who deny. They also deny the past, Chris. The only thing they can live in is the victory of the past, because there were so few. There are so few victories in Michigan State's past that.
Oh no! Here, let me help you here.
I'm just saying, with a graphic you even posted, and you're
25 years. Okay, go. Okay.
I'm using it for the graphic and illustrative purposes. To what the average person, like you, me, Herm, and Andrew, and the other two guys you mentioned,
Tim and Tom,
the average guys. That's probably the time frame we're going to reference. You know why? Because we were there.
Yeah.
When I talk about, if I am talking about the football team or the baseball team, I only talk about to where I can actually talk to. I have actual points of view because I witnessed it or I have studied it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened for the first 10 seasons for Boston Red Sox or the Patriots. You know why? I wasn't there. Right. Yeah, I can read a book about it, but it doesn't give me that. Sports is one of those things where you need your own subjective reference. You need it because it's all subjective. You may say you and I may like the same baseball player, but not like the same qualities about him.
Right.
So it's subjective.
What the fuck
sports is one of those. Sports is entertainment, and entertainment is always subjective.
Mm-hmm.
It's all how I interpret it and how I see it. So without that kind of knowledge, I can't speak to that far back. But that's all these clowns have is the last 25 years I talked to. Yeah, you got however many. Out of how many? That's a very small percentage, dude.
The history of this rivalry currently sits 62 games to 52 games. Michigan has the advantage. That's real nice. That's a nice historical footnote. That's something to watch and gauge over the years. I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about what happened this past Saturday. I give a fuck what's going to happen 360 days from now when they meet again. That's what I care about. I don't give a shit what you did in 1997. I don't give a shit what you did in 1907. I honestly don't give a shit what you did 2 years ago. The 2023, and if somebody were to go back on Facebook and find it, you're going to see what kind of human being I am. My team didn't play in the national championship. As they say, I took the L. And when that game was over, I not only texted some friends, Tim and Tom included, and Andrew, but I put up a post. Congratulations to my Michigan friends, national champions. I took the L. And I did it with class. It's about time people learn that. Because I'll guarantee you, I have a bet. I put $20 on 2 teams to make the Super Bowl today based on their current run. One of those teams was the Chicago Bears.
All right.
The other team was the Denver Broncos. I didn't pick a winner. I put 20 on each team because they're at even odds. A $20 bet on either one of those teams to win the Super Bowl pays $750. I'm playing the odds. I'm playing the hot streak.
No, I'm not throwing out the Patriots either.
They're better than they have any right to be, though. Come on, you have to admit that.
Absolutely, and I'm not being delusional about it. I'm going.
No, you're not.
I'm going based on current performance. Mm-hmm. They could get there. I'm not saying they could win.
Right.
But there's a very strong potential they could get there. And I did not say that preseason at all.
No.
I shit talked the Patriots.
Although somewhere on your blotter, Herm, or on your window, what did you say the Denver Broncos finishing record pre-playoffs was going to be?
10-2.
14-3.
14-3. And they're at what right now? 10-2?
10-2.
Yeah, dude. You should have put money on yourself. That prognostication is looking to come true in a big fucking
I'll be honest. I thought Herm was overshooting. I argued lower for him.
Hey, okay. I argued 500 season from my team, and we're not even going to sniff that.
No. It's a very weird season. It's a very weird season of football again this year. Very weird.
Watching the Falcons play the Jets on Sunday was kind of like watching, and I can say this because it's our show, and I really don't care, watching 2 retards fight over a watermelon. It was terrible. The gameplay was terrible. Neither team looked good. The Falcons had a really good lead going into the fourth quarter, and of course, it's the fourth quarter. You know what's going to happen.
I watched absolutely zero football all weekend.
You were better off. Trust me, you were better off.
Not feeling great. Wasn't really concentrating on it. I knew I couldn't concentrate on it. No, I just ended up doom scrolling on my phone. But my wife and I watched a lot of Netflix, and towards the end of the show, I'll do some viewing suggestions.
Okay, because I'm curious. I'm just going to get away from sports. Look, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Ohio State gets the monkey off their back from the last 4 years. Order restored. The world is right again. That's Saturday. Sunday, the Falcons do what Falcons do. But I did turn on the Bruins game in time to see the shootout and see the Bruins win. That was fun. And here we are. But if you are not privy to our private chat, which none of you out there are, Herm, tell me about how you did on Thanksgiving with your 48-hour I have to do this or else meal.
Let's see. What did I cook?
Well, we know what you cooked, the 3 of us, and if Marsh were here, he'd probably be jerking off over the date gimmick or whatever the fuck. Those did sound tasty, though.
They were delicious.
But Here's a guy right here below us who originally was not going to cook Thanksgiving dinner. They were going to have like a Stouffer's frozen lasagna. I'm still upset about Stouffer's frozen lasagna. Dude, you're a chef. You should never have frozen lasagna. Absolutely. I don't care if you make grilled cheese. You're a chef. Put something on the stove and flip something and turn something.
That's lovely. It's a holiday. There's two people. There's two people here. There's two people. And
I understand.
Nobody's coming over. There's nobody stopping by. It's
one griddle for the grilled cheese and a pot for the tomato soup, and you're done.
Not even. Turn the oven on, put that fucking pan in there. When it's done, put it in the fridge, and we're done. I just want it easy. I mean, I do all of that shit now all day long, like severely heavy.
I understand.
I did not really want to cook. She was going to be at work most of the day. That's where
we left off last week. What these folks don't know is you decided to take the 48-hour Herm's going to make a Thanksgiving meal challenge. How did it turn out?
Oh, I mean, it turned out great for the two of us. I mean, we had let's see. I mean, we had medjool dates stuffed with fucking maple chipotle goat cheese wrapped in triple thick bacon. There was a spinach artichoke dip for 10 with pita chips. The sweet and sour cranberry meatballs. What else? Oh, I made lump crab cakes, and those are just the appetizers.
God damn.
Yep.
And then I did a 17.5-pound turkey.
I think I'm gonna eat my foot now.
I did a 17.5-pound turkey done with a Montreal and a Spiceology butter toss rub. I did a Montreal steak rubbed prime rib. I did what I do. I did whipped mashed potatoes with butter and cream. I made gravy. I made cranberry sauce from scratch.
Nice.
What else? I did a vegetable. There's some other shit there.
And this was all with minimal planning because, again, we go back to last Tuesday.
I bought the turkey at 10 o'clock frozen Tuesday morning.
How the fuck did you thaw it out?
Very carefully.
Well, I mean, I pulled out every fucking trick I had in the book. I mean,
a blowtorch and a bathtub.
No, like I had like a pot of. I have big pots, so I filled a big pot and then just I fucking just kept changing it all day, and just fucking kept it going.
Herm, the human radiator.
There you go. He likes big pots. He cannot lie.
I like big pots and I cannot lie.
Lynch.
Southern style cornbread and sausage dressing, all wet.
Oh, that's dinner. That right there is just dinner for me. I need a whole fucking pan of that. This shit is so good. Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hungry.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do these turkeys get any bigger? No, they're dead.
No, they're already dead.
Nope, they're dead. They're done. Nope, they're dead. They're done growing. Well, that was the other thing. By the time I was there, like there wasn't no small turkeys left. All the poor people bought all the small turkeys.
Listen to you with the poor people.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to cut costs and shit, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I need a turkey, right? And they're cheap this year, so I really didn't care.
Honey, I gotta go home and get the trailer. Why? The turkey's a little oversized.
Yeah, I mean they were like 74. They were like 76 cents a pound. What the fuck? I mean, like I'm worried about that.
How many pounds is this bird? Oh,
right, but 50, like I searched
55. I don't know.
I found the smallest fucking bird there was. It was 17.5 pounds.
It's about as tall as a 4-year-old. So however big that is.
Fuck, you could. Easy for me to say.
I cut the breasts out of it.
Could you?
I cut the breasts out of it. I ate a drumstick. I stripped the carcass. I made soup. That was it. Done.
There you go.
I'm gonna clip that little statement right there. I took a drumstick. I carved the breast out. I skinned the carcass.
Sounds like Ed Gein.
I stripped the carcass and then made a
Admissions of a serial killer.
I made a doorbell out of the nipples. It's all good.
Yeah. This gum is really rubbery. Kind of hairy too.
It's not gonna taste like grape when it's up your butt.
Ugh.
Well, that's good, dude. When you said, all right, the next day you're like, I'm doing this. I'm going to have a real Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to go put this on. And you gave us the menu.
Well, then I started Tuesday, right? Jen stopped by Carol's on the way home on Wednesday, and she said she probably wasn't coming.
How'd that turn out?
I still had to cook everything. I had a prime rib thawed. I had everything ready for dinner. It still had to happen. It's not like I could be like, all right, we're just going to the fucking lasagna. I had $250 worth of food that I whipped out and put together.
Yeah. That's not bad.
That's not going to go to waste.
No. I got to ask you, though, on a personal level, when we left our Thanksgiving dinner, we're on our way to Lynch's. Emma had asked, since she knew between Ledyard and Oakdale, Gales Ferry's in between, says, can we go see Meme and Papa's old house? Yes, of course we can. So pulled right up in front of it, and I described that porch wasn't there. It was kind of a bigger porch, and it was a wraparound porch out back. And her friend's like, did you guys ever get in trouble here? I'm like, only on days that ended in Y. Yeah, we got in trouble here.
Yeah, over there,
we fucked shit up.
Over there.
There might be still shit buried in the backyard that they haven't found yet that we got in trouble for. But as we're going down the hill, I'm like, Em, can we make a pit stop?
House and that door back there.
Yup. I said, can we take a pit stop? I have to take a picture for Herm's wife. Am I allowed in your house after that picture? Did she see it? Has she acknowledged it?
I think I showed it to her. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. The new McDonald's is the new McDonald's now.
It's kind of new-ish.
It's redecorated again. Yeah. So
it's got no fucking heart and soul anymore. It's just a brown box with an M on it.
It shouldn't have any heart and soul. It's fast food, and I'm a foodie. All right, I'm not some hoity-toity bastard. Look, we all know it's not good food, but there's all something at fast food places that we just fucking love. All right, and it's just the way it is. But I don't think it needs to have any heart and soul. I mean, we're not. There is no chef back there. There's no culinary anything. There is no heart and soul back there. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm talking about.
The kids that is cooking back there now, there is no heart and soul.
You came over that hill back in the day, and you saw the sign with the arches, and it had the sloped roof, and it had color, and it had, I don't want to say pizzazz because it's McDonald's. Like you said, it's fucking McDonald's. But it was inviting. Now it's a brown box with an M on it. And the only thing inviting there is off the menu now, possibly forever, and that's the God-blessed McRib. Everything else in McDonald's is trash, except I'll give their coffee credit. I only have coffee 3 times a year, but I had one the other day from McDonald's. They've upped their coffee game. I will say that.
Their coffee is very good.
Yes.
Always fresh.
And that's a good thing. Every what was it, Herm? Every 30 minutes you change out the coffee, right? Back in the day?
I think it was like that. Every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that coffee fresh.
Cheese on 12.
Heard.
Cheese on 12 is cheese 9. Gotcha.
What?
But yeah, I told Emma how, we were the guys, you and me and Smitty and that other guy who I'll not name anymore, and Larry and the whole crew. We put that place together. Somebody else built it, but we were in there putting the equipment and plugging shit in and getting ready.
Oh, stripping plastic off of every piece of fucking stainless steel equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. For days, we pulled fucking plastic off of shit.
And not only that place wasn't open 6-7 months when they decided to go from the flat grill to the clamshells. We had to relearn shit all over again. But here's what we learned. Put the patty down, close the clamshell, hit the button. In 39 seconds, the clamshell will open, and there's your grub. Well, wow. That just took a whole lot out of our day. It's not like we were on a learning curve. Shit, I don't think I can get this.
I know.
Can I borrow your notes? I missed part. I missed part of the video.
Wait. You can only put 12 patties down underneath the grill. Bullshit. That's a lie.
We've tested it. 15
works. Tested it. You can get 16 on that sumbitch, and I'm telling you right now. Don't tell me. Shit. In the middle of rushes, we used to do fucking double runs of 16. No, just make a third fucking run of toast. Just keep toasting buns.
That's right. When that Chinese bus pulls up, you have no choice. It is sink or swim.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But it was great. I had to do it. Not only because it would make you guys laugh, but I wanted Jen to have a good laugh. Hello from the new McDonald's. I told my mother that story. She goes, well, Chris, technically it is still the new McDonald's. I'm like, I can't talk to you anymore. I gotta go.
I mean, because there isn't another McDonald's that's replaced it. So it is technically
not in that area, no.
It is the newest McDonald's in town.
In town, yes. It's the only McDonald's in town.
Only McDonald's, bro. The fight, I mean, considering that it went to Gales Ferry and not Ledyard, that literally because of Route 12, but
yeah, and the sub base.
And the fight that was involved with putting that fucking McDonald's there.
Mm-hmm.
People lost their minds about that intersection. Oh, it was going to ruin their village.
Oh my God!
Property values are going to go down. No, they're not. You got a Dollar General too now. Anybody want to know where the Dollar General is located?
Just keep driving.
McDonald's.
Next to the new McDonald's, where that field of nothing was for. I don't know. I lived in that town for 5-6 years. Herm lived there most of his natural life.
Yeah, it was just not. I mean, well, technically, the only thing that was there was
rocks and brush.
Yeah, there wasn't because no, there wasn't anything there. It was just on the other side of the fucking mall there.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember in that part of Gales Ferry was Validity.
Yep.
And that plaza. That's it. That's all I remember. And then McDonald's came.
I remember when I first ever knew there was a place on this earth called Gales Ferry before we moved there. My dad used to keep his boat down at that shitty marina. And walking up up Chapman Drive to go to, it was Henry's convenience store right next to the restaurant, which would eventually become Cheryl's restaurant, which is where I got my first job. Paid like a real, you had to actually go someplace and go to work, not delivering papers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that, Peyton, the same girl that asked if I got into trouble at my parents' home, she didn't ask about if I ever got in trouble at McDonald's, because there's a whole slew of stories we could all get into.
Yeah.
And I don't know the statute of limitations on some of this shit. So
I don't either. Shut up.
There's only so much we're allowed to talk about.
I'm saying, lots of crimes went down there. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm sad that some people I talk to that like around that age didn't have a job where there was a job in their early life that was like that. For me, it was A&P. I fucking loved working there. I worked there from 14 years old and up until almost 24 years old. I loved that fucking place. Made a lot of good friends, did a lot of crazy shit. Mm-hmm. Crazy shit happened there. The employees we partied a lot.
Yeah.
But it was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can speak for Herm on this one. He stayed a little longer than I did there, and it's not a knock on him. I went and did something else. I didn't necessarily like the job, but I loved the people I worked with.
Yeah, I mean, the job was a job. It was kind of shitty, and we weren't really special. But
but to my point, there were people that got promoted that deserved it, and there were people that got promoted because their lips were firmly on the right asses at the time.
Right, you know what I mean? So, but the people in a group of friends that we all went to the same school. we all started, basically a shitload of us all started working in Groton.
Yep.
And working there while they were building our store. And then we worked our store for a couple of years.
Yep.
No, it was some good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I say
there were some great times there.
Yeah, I love that job. Not necessarily the job itself. The job itself was fun. You know, I met a lot of people, got to do a lot of cool things, you know. But the people, the times we had were really, really fun.
Oh yeah,
I miss that. Like, if there were an era that I wanted to go back and relive, that would be right now. That would be where I'd want to be. I'd land there right when I just graduated high school. That's when the really cool shit happened.
That high school age era that we all worked together. Myself, Herm, Smitty, Dusky, God rest his soul, Larry, God rest his soul, a couple other people. The shit we did together outside of work was helpful in building the camaraderie and the teamwork that we displayed inside the building. None of us were shitty to each other, really. Yes, we were shitty to each other because, you know, guys are going to bust balls the way guys bust balls. That's what we did. But we never lost friendships. What was his name? The little blonde kid who thought he was MC Hammer. Haji.
Harger.
Mikey. Yeah, Mike Harger. He was a trip. The kid from Groton, JC, he was a trip. Just so many good people that came and went that we got to be a part of. And then there were shitty people like, what's his nuts there, who, when he took over the night shift and after the manager proper, Debbie, left, like, okay, my little pig droppings, this is my house now.
I don't remember what the fuck his name was. But
fuck him.
My little pig droppings?
Yes, that's how he used to refer to us.
Okay, my little pig droppings, this is my house now.
Yeah. And then he wondered why we would sit there back in the grill and plan his death.
Yep.
Like manner and cause of death.
Bro, we could
can we get him under the clamshell and make it look like an accident?
Bro, we could fucking just stuff him in the grease trap. The grease alone. Stuff him in a grease trap, seal it, and let it go.
He'd be biodiesel by tomorrow.
Ugh.
There was another guy that came through. He was a Navy guy. Not that that's a bad thing, but he was an older fella for us at 18. He was like 35, 40. And he just renamed everything. And he would call out these orders and none of us knew what the fuck he was talking about.
That's great.
We had Brenda the Beastmaster, the worst manager in the history of McDonald's or managers. That was an ornery bitch. Lizzo was my favorite. Lizzo and Karen.
Karen's
were
pretty
my
cool.
favorite. Hell yeah.
We had a front end manager. Her name was Wendy. She was like probably the most miserable person I've ever met in my fucking life.
Brenda the Beastmaster has entered the chat.
Yeah. She was just fucking miserable.
I'd like to put these
two
together.
God. And you know what though? She got her comeuppance.
Good.
Karma bit her squarely in the ass. Yep.
Bad things should happen to bad people.
No, she lost her job because of it.
Oh, hey, remind me when we go off the air. I don't want to say this out loud, but I need to ask you a question about your friend that passed away.
Okay.
So I don't want to be a prick and do it on air.
I mean, I'm okay to talk about it, but
I'm not, and I'll tell you why after.
Okay.
Because again, I'm not going to be a prick. I'm trying to get away from that. I know you guys don't believe it, but I'm trying to get away from the prickishness. It's my it's my last 2 years resolution. I'm working on it, as Marsh asked. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I'm still working on 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. Leave me the fuck alone.
Hey, slow and steady wins the race, fuckface.
Yeah, there you go. That's not being a prick. That's just being honest.
Right. But in this case, I'm not going to be a prick. I'm just going to do it right. So you know what? Hit us with your. I watch Netflix with a third nut and an autograph on my stomach. What did you watch that you think we would like? And don't say Stranger Things. I've already binged the first 5.
All right. All right. I'll talk about that first.
Okay.
I haven't watched it.
Okay. I watched the first run that they put out this week, and I'm very. There were certain things I saw coming, and I'm not going to say anything out loud.
But I don't give a shit.
Oh, I love it. It's like Cobra Kai for me. The writing is so good.
Here's what happened. I have to go back and watch basically the entire series to catch myself back up. It's been too fucking long. And to put things in perspective, the last time a new Stranger Things was on the air, I was still drinking.
Yeah, that checks.
That's almost 4 fucking years between seasons of Stranger Things. The kids are too grown up. Just my personal opinion. The kids are too grown up. I know they do a recap. I know that. But there's other minute details that you miss, and they could have told you. Because I heard there was a lot of telegraphing in season 3 and season 1. Those are the 2 seasons you really need to pay attention to going forward.
The end of season 4 I liked because of the Eddie Munson character.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is shit that happened and that you saw in season 1 and season 3 have punchlines in the finale.
Oh, of course. And in watching those 5 episodes this week, there was a few things that I saw coming, and there was one big thing that knocked me on my ass. I was like, I did not see that coming. And that was toward the end of the 5th episode.
It's just, to me, it's been too long. I have to psych myself up to want to watch it, because I could have caught myself up all along this time.
You got another week. Catch up. We'll talk about it Tuesday.
It's my own fault. But just like anything else that's on streaming, I found something else that replaced it that I liked, and kept my attention, and kept putting out seasons every 6 to 7 months. My whole point is, when you have a streaming series, you can't put years between.
The long breaks like that just will kill you, and
it destroys your fucking series. Thank God this is it, because if they were attempting to do another one, what's it going to be, in the convalescent home? It took them 4 fucking years to get to here. Almost 4 fucking years to get here. It'll take another 10 to get to where they want to be further on down the road, if they were to do such a thing.
I'm going to say this right now. If you decide you're going to watch Stranger Things 5,
I will eventually. It's just I don't give a shit right now.
Gaten Matarazzo is still, to me, the star of the show. He is still the best, and he is rocking the most supreme mullet since Joe fucking Elliott.
Yeah, I saw the pre-production stills and the trailer. Yeah, that's a sweet mullet he's rocking this
he season. Is knocking it out of the park with that thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, didn't watch any football. I was feeling like shit Saturday. Wife and I were just kind of sitting on the couch being 2 fucking lumps, and I fire up Netflix. And she says, that show Man on the Inside with Ted Danson is supposed to be good. I said, oh, fuck it. We'll start watching it. Burned through both seasons from noontime till the evening.
Wow.
I like it. I like Ted Danson. I like him more now that he's older than I did when he was like Cheers age. He plays this. He can play sophisticated, like comedy. He can do goofy comedy, but that deep down, he's a very, very good actor.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look back to the Cheers era. Other than Cheers, like 3 Men and a Baby, he was pigeonholed, because everything else he did in that era, you wanted Sam Malone, and you didn't get it. And even in 3 Men and a Baby, he was Sam Malone with a baby.
The first thing I saw him out of context from Cheers or anything other than the bullshit that he did, was his very short cameo in Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say Creep Show.
Well, that too. That was kind of like concurrent with his Cheers career. I'm talking way beyond that.
Okay, yeah.
I just saw how good of an actor he really was in that very small role. And even my dad and I said it basically at the same time. I hope he acts more. I hope he does more serious roles like this because he's really good. And in this show, it's called Man on the Inside. Michael Schur, he's been involved in a ton of fucking shows. He was involved at the U.S. Office, Parks and Recreation, The Good Place, which was another show I kind of liked with Ted Danson. It's cute, it's sweet, it's comedy. There's some drama to it. He plays a widower who lives alone, and he's going through it, being alone, having a hard time with it. And he gets hired by a detective agency as a trainee. And the story takes off from there. The seasons are they're 8 episodes per season. There's only 2 seasons. So I'd say it was an easy day watch.
Okay. I rarely have days like that, unfortunately.
But I'm just saying it's an easy watch. You can watch 2 episodes laying down at night. That's cute. It's cute.
Okay.
There's quirky humor. It's very well written, and it's pretty emotional at points. They hit you with some big emotion wrapped in all that comedy, which I appreciate. I like that.
Okay.
There's points to the story. It's not a ridiculous sitcom, which I do enjoy on the occasion. But this is more rooted to me. It tells a really good story.
I have it written down. I'm gonna watch this.
And the second thing we binged watch was a documentary on another Netflix documentary, the Mob versus Philly, I think it was called.
I haven't seen it yet. Yes,
dude, it was so interesting watching it. Married to a woman who grew up in that area around that time. Because when they're naming names, she's like, "Oh yeah, I used to hang with that guy's niece. Yeah, we used to party together." And then the story keeps going. I'm like, "You know this family? You knew this family?" She's like, "Yeah, I used to hang out with his niece." And you lived. Good for you.
Well, she didn't sell him down the river. Of course she lived.
Well, no, it's just, dude. It was so fucking bad in the 80s and 90s in Philly with the mob. Huge, the gang war. And it really breaks it down. It's an interesting story. I know a little bit about the Philly gang war from the 70s into the 90s, but not like they give you in this. It's a three episodes of about an hour apiece. Well done. And they're interviewing people who were there. The detectives, they had a guy who killed people for the mafia, who turned himself into the feds for protection and immunity. I mean, this guy's he's a fucking Goomba.
Speaking of which, I'm almost done with Jimmy Breslin's book, The Good Rat. It's yours next.
Okay, good. I'd like to definitely want to read that. But I know you guys appreciate mobster stuff, and I was like, yeah, we'll watch this, and it was well worth the watch.
How much do I love mobster shit? Saturday night and Sunday night. Both football games I watched, obviously Ohio State and the bullshit team from Georgia. And then I have free time. I watched WWE Survivor Series on Saturday night too, but I've watched Black Mass and A Bronx Tale, 2 movies I've seen dozens of times. Why? Because they were on. Yeah. And I love me some mob movies. And I'm going to ask you, is there in a mob movie outside of maybe Al Pacino, is there a better actor in a mob movie that's ever been made than Chaz Palminteri? I think that role is peak mobster.
It's like the role was written specifically for him.
Well, he wrote about it's his story,
right?
This,
but
right?
But I mean, if you didn't know that context, because when you see him outside of that role, it's just him.
Yeah, I mean, look at him in Jade and some of those other films. Jade, by the way, a shitty film, but it's palatable because Linda Fiorentino did a great job and Chaz Palminteri.
You see, he's a very good actor. I mean, he's the best thing of any shitty movie he's ever in.
If he's in a shitty movie, he is the high point. Yes.
Yeah, he's that kind of actor.
The more I watch A Bronx Tale, the more I don't want to say sympathize. It's more that I empathize with Sonny. Yes, he's a mobster. Yes, he does crooked shit, but he cares about people.
Well, a movie that is always on my watch list when I see it, but I'm definitely going to watch it soon with my wife, is Donnie Brasco, because she's never seen Donnie Brasco.
Fantastic film.
I think it's one of the best mobster movies of the last 20 years.
Longer than that. Donnie Brasco's mid-90s.
Well, all right, 35 years.
You're just afraid to say how old you are, really, out loud.
No, because there's no touching The Godfather.
Of course not.
Or The Godfather 2. That's its own category. Because they laid the groundwork. They laid the groundwork for what I don't want to say accurate portrayal, but a more realistic portrayal of Sicilian Cosa Nostra.
Yeah, and it gave Herm's wife the best line ever in the history of ever. I can do things, Mikey. I'm smart.
Mobsters before that were stereotypes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? I'll put some lead in you, see? It was all cartoony.
Would I turn on the gas if my pal Rocky were in there?
Yeah, if my Rocky, would you, Rabbit? Would you? It was a stereotype. It was a caricature. It was a gimmick. So The Godfather kind of laid that out. That's the road you have to travel if you're making a mob movie now.
Now, we've all seen The Godfather, yes? I'm pretty secure in that. The first movie, James Caan was far better than Al Pacino in that film.
I think he was supposed to be.
I'm just talking about better actor. I don't
think so.
Up until the day I saw Elf, anytime I see James Caan in a movie, I want Sonny Corleone. That's how good that role is.
Sonny Corleone, it was truly the heart of that story. And it's the heartbreak of him dying that puts Michael in that spot. And that's when the change happens. That's when the change happens in Michael. The first half of that movie, Al Pacino plays it like he should have. Conservative white boy, conservative wasp from New York.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Until he's put in the position of where he has no choice. Then he turns it on.
Even before Sonny dies, you have the scene where McCluskey smacks his face around, he breaks his face, and he goes in and Clemenza puts the gun in the toilet and he shoots McCluskey and what's his name? Salazzo?
Yeah.
Right there in the restaurant. And then he goes to Italy forever. But that was a Sonny thing. Yes, Michael comes up and says, "No, I can do this. I want my revenge. Oh, look at you, all fresh face. You want to get in the family business. Blah, blah, blah."
Well, that's just it. He had no choice at that point because he physically had physical scars. He couldn't hide it anymore. He couldn't just pretend that it didn't exist. I mean, maybe I read into this too much, but I've read books about the book about The Godfather.
Yeah,
about the interpretations of the story, and that's to me the most common interpretation.
Watch the miniseries The Offer about the making of The Godfather.
I started watching that when it first came out. I wasn't too into it.
It's a slow burn. You
Yeah, it
have
was
to
way too slow at the beginning.
yeah, you have to force yourself to get past the first 2 episodes
That's about where
because
I stopped.
because after the 3rd episode, that's when the floodgates open.
Yeah. But anyway, The Godfather's the blueprint. I think Donnie Brasco is pretty much one of the closest that comes very, very close to perfecting that blueprint.
Goodfellas has to be up there.
Goodfellas is another one. But Johnny Depp does such a good fucking job in that movie. Everybody does. It's a stellar cast, well directed, well written, true story. It's based on a true story.
Yep.
You know how hard it is to disconnect your emotions with these people, that these connections you make and friends, accidental friends you make by being an undercover.
Right. Look at the, I know it's based on the Whitey Bulger story, but The Departed, Leo DiCaprio's character, Billy Costigan, he's undercover, but he makes friends with Delahunt. He makes friends with Fitzy, and it sucks. He's doing a job. He's after Costello, but these other guys he's building a bond with. Even French. He was building a friendship with French.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's part of the job.
I can't look at Johnny Depp for 2 reasons nowadays. One, because now he has this fake British accent. He's even doing commercials with the fake British accent now. And I always go back to the scene in Black Mass where he yells at the fat guy, "For the last 20 minutes, I've been watching you put your fat fucking fingers into the bowl of peanuts, which is there for all of us to enjoy, putting the peanuts into your disgusting sewer of a mouth, licking your fat fucking fingers, and putting them back."
Fucking fingers back in the bowl.
Yes. And that scene, when I heard he was doing that role, he was doing Whitey Bulger, I said, I can't. There's no way I can take it seriously. And with that scene opening the movie, I remember I was with Cuntzilla. We were together at the time. We would see the movie, and I elbowed her. I'm like, I'm in. He's doing it. He's really doing it.
Yeah, he was good at that. He's good. Now, his personal bullshit aside, he's still a good actor.
Oh yeah, I don't care that somebody shit on his bed. I just don't like the fake British accent.
Whatever.
That's as disingenuous as if Herm opened the show next week going, "Hey y'all, it's Dysfunction Junction. It's me right here from South Alabama." It just doesn't resonate.
Whatever. He's weird.
He
gets a pass. He gets a pass. But yeah,
I got that. I got that one written down.
I was surprised. I was surprised by Man on the Inside. I like going dipping back into the Netflix well every once in a while because I ignore it a lot.
I did that last night.
Because for me, there's just too much new shit on all over the place. If I don't hear about it from you guys or happen to read about it on the news or Facebook or fucking TikTok or whatever, I don't know about it because I don't go hunting down. It used to be every Tuesday, new movies came out on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a release schedule that was consistent.
Kind of like records back in the day.
Right. Now it's whatever the fuck they want. Like their shit streaming, I didn't know it was already fucking streaming. That was just out in the theaters. I'm like, what?
Last night, I was having some trouble sleeping, and I popped on Netflix, and I looked, and I saw the Taken trilogy. Now, I learned a long time ago, don't watch the first Taken at night because I'm the father of a daughter.
Yeah.
And when I first saw that movie, I didn't see it in the theaters. I saw it on DVD, and I had Emma at the house, and she was 2. And I got done watching that movie, and I turned off the TV, and I ran, and I stopped short of her door, and I peeked in. I looked inside, and there she was, fat-faced, chunky Michelin legs, blonde hair, just going all asunder. And I'm like, all right, no one's stolen her. I can go to bed now. But I watched Taken 3, which to me was a fantastic story. I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes says. Taken 3 is a really good movie.
Never seen it. I only ever saw the first one.
The second one I liked, but it was just a little bit. There was too much going on. The first one, you know how the story goes. It's linear.
Yeah.
The first one is very linear. You're seeing in 2 hours they're putting 48 hours into this film. The second one jumps all over the map. The third one is the one it makes you think a little harder because it's a murder mystery basically, but it has all the Liam Neeson breaking people's shit and doing goofy shit.
I was good with the first one.
Check out the other two and tell me I'm lying. But they're both good. They're all good films, but nothing beats the first one. Nothing.
It's like the Denzel Washington movies, The Equalizers. Great movies. But they're all the same.
In the third one, you get a bonus. The third one, you get a bonus because there are parts in the movie, and luckily he's in the movie. There are parts that will give you Forrest Whitaker eye.
Yeah.
And Forrest Whitaker's in that movie.
Yeah. I like Forrest Whitaker. But yeah, I feel I neglect Netflix every once in a while, so I have to dip my toe back in, and sometimes I find a gem, sometimes I find a turd. I don't tell you about my turds. I let you find them all by yourself.
Hey, did you see this piece of crap? Yep, watch it last week.
Yeah,
you are pretty much on top of shit.
Yeah, I try to. I mean, there's so much. There's too many choices now, and I just, it's like you have to devote your entire evenings. It's like a second job if you want to keep up with shit that you like. So you got to prioritize. I want to watch this now, meaning now, 2 days later on recording or, on demand, whatever. Or do I wait a year? So I wait a year for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm just catching up with shit from last year, and all the new good stuff is coming out that I want to watch. I take my time, unless it's something we're going to talk about on the show, or we have been talking about, or you turned us on to, or I turned you on to. Because in regular TV, there's not a lot that I really love. I do like the new Watson show is pretty cool. It's like a modern day Sherlock Holmes, but it's just Watson, and Sherlock he's there, but he's behind the scenes. That's interesting.
Understood.
I like Will Trent, but that hasn't come back on the air yet. And High Potential with the girl from Sunny in Philadelphia, isn't it? Yeah, that's a decent one. So they're all police procedurals. That's the kind of show I like. And I know New Matlock is actually pretty good. New Matlock with Kathy Bates is actually pretty good.
Didn't like the first one. Don't know if I'm going to even look at the second one.
I didn't even want to look at it until my wife was like, all right, well, just watch the pilot. And I was like, all right. Then I watched the first regular episode, and I was like, this isn't too bad. I'll watch it with you. It's one of those things, because there's shit that she watches that she just watches alone. Like, she'll watch at night before she goes to sleep, and I'm watching something else, or I'm in the living room, and I come in later. There's shit she watches when she goes on trips, that kind of shit, or when I'm not around.
Hey, Herminator, what number are we on right now for
what do you mean?
Shows? Like, what episode number is this?
This is 194.
Okay, so 6 weeks from today, Joey Casada is with us. We have to come up with what we're going to do for a top 5 list. There's no Herming it, although Joey Casada is the king of changing the rules, just like Herm. They're going to have to battle for who changes the rules quicker. I know who my money is on, Herm. But I'm working on a programming note for Speedway Review. It looks like it's going to be the 14th. So, Herm, don't break your nuts trying to get out of work this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if the guys are ready. We are going to have the guys from Sparky Superfan who went to every single NASCAR Cup Series race this year in an RV. And I have so many questions.
God bless them.
Yeah, right? And they're preparing for this year, too. So I got to know, like, what politician did you have naked pictures of to have all this money to go do this every year? If they've done it every year. This is the first time I've heard of them. Only because I ran into one of them in the Midway at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
New Hampshire.
Can we do some sort of list next week? Can we have some fun? Can we smile?
Sure.
All right.
And if I have to throw an executive decision out, next Tuesday is the day after my birthday. So, yeah, I want to do a list next week.
Yeah.
All right.
It's your birthday show.
Yeah, the birthday show, and there'll be no talk of Vinnie Vincent anywhere on the show.
Only until there is.
You know the problem with Vinnie Vincent is he's talented. So everybody come up with a list, and we'll all do. We'll even try to get Martian on it. We'll take the four ideas. Everybody makes their. What do you want to do? Like a top 3, top 4, top 5?
Top 3.
Sure.
Top 3. All right. So it shall be written. Top 3.
So it shall be done.
What is that? Top 3, whatever we want.
Yeah, you send us a list that we have to make. Lynch will send a list. I'll send a list.
All right.
And
Top 3
we'll go around the horn. Yeah. All right. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving out there.
Yes.
I hope you two I know you did. I had a great Thanksgiving. And
yes, Queen.
Yes. I have no last word tonight, so hit the music. Bye.
Sunday.